Hey, boss.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, Reality Nursing & Co. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe, and click the notification button down below to stay in tune with the videos that I post. So today, guys, I will be discussing self-motivational things that you can do to help you change your environment around you when studying for boards or just in life. You know, I think a lot of us have a lot of self-guilt and self-fear and self-doubt. We think that because if we try something once and we don't succeed at it, we're a failure. And that's not true. And I think that society tells us that a lot. Like, we have to be perfect, you have to do everything right, or you always have to be strong, and that's not true. It's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to fail, and it's okay to be frustrated. But when you're frustrated and you are afraid or you do fail, you have to remember you have to get back up. And I mean get back up and try again. I mean get back up and face your failures. I mean get back up and face the things that you are afraid about in life. And even though it may seem as if at this moment it's unattainable or you're unable to do it, trust me, it's possible. Anyone that's told you that you couldn't do it, or anyone that's told you that you couldn't succeed, well, they're lying, because I am living proof, okay? I struggled when trying to obtain my RN license, and I succeeded. But the only way I was able to succeed, I had to literally change my mindset. And when I say change my mindset, that means letting go of people that were toxic for me. That means focusing only on me and what I needed in life. And that meant to subtract myself from things that I knew that were dragging me down. A lot of us have those people around us that tells us, no, you should wait for this, or you should wait for this moment, or no, that's not a good time to do this, or you shouldn't be doing that. No, live your life how you want to, because I'm pretty sure they're living their life how they want to. So don't allow the fear of what others are telling you to stop you from doing what you should be doing. And I say that from a place of motivation, a place of, like, to have this as your center. So before you can change your mind, you need to sit down and rationalize, or I should say, go through, like, take a list, take a piece of paper, make a list of the pros and cons of your life. See what's working for you and what's not. Now that you have compiled this list of cons, you need to see which one you can immediately eliminate. So let's say, for example, you're the type of person that always calls, this is just an example, you always call your grandmother every day at 5 p.m. And every time you're on the phone with your grandma's telling you, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing this, you should be going to school, or you shouldn't be working that fast food job, or you shouldn't be with this person, or whatever the case may be, right? So let's just say every time when you get off the phone with grandmother at 6 p.m., you know, you guys talk for an hour, you're drained. You're physically, like, and mentally, like, disgusted with yourself. And you feel as if you should be doing better. Some people look at that as a form of adding fire or adding fuel to the fire to motivate them to do better. Now, me, I take that as that's draining you. That's taking away from your ability to do more for yourself. Why? Because their intentions may be good, but they're beating you up to get you to the point to where you want to be. And it may not be a physical, you know, like boom, 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 but it's a mental thing. Those words are mentally depressing you. So they're suppressing you from moving forward in life, because now you're like, I don't want to talk to grandma, or every time I talk to her, she says the same thing. So it kind of becomes like a pattern in a sense. And it's like you find yourself back where you started, and it's frustrating. So what I would say is eliminate that. Maybe don't call grandma every day at 5. Call her maybe twice or 3 times a week. And you be in control of the conversation. Hey, grandma, how are you doing? How's your day going? Oh, did you go shopping today? What do you have planned for the week? You control the narrative of how you deal with people. So that can also help you with instantly motivating yourself, or empowering yourself and showing yourself that you can do more, that you're not just about those flaws that grandma pointed out. Additional to that, I also made my circle smaller. All these people, bros, sis, cousin, moms, and no, you don't need all that around you. Why? Because those aren't the people that's dealing with you on a daily. So if it's your significant other, or if it's your mother or your sister or siblings in general, if these are the people that you deal with on the daily, those are the people that should be receiving your energy. Not those excess people in your lives that are just there to leech on your energy. If they aren't empowering you, or they don't believe in what you have you're striving for, they don't need to be around you. They do not need to be in the loop of what you're doing. They do not need to be fed all those things that you want to accomplish if they're not help molding you so that you can excel in that area. It's no need why you have to talk to, let's just say, 10 people or 14 people a day that may be personally close to you, right? Or let's just say 5. And out of that 5 to 14 people that you talk to, which person truly cares about your feelings? Which one of those people listen to what you're going through? Which one of those people actually give you positive advice or make you look outside of what you are able to acknowledge yourself? Which one of those people are pushing you? Are any of those people truly have your back and say, hey, you know what? Here's $50 because I know you've been struggling. Or, hey, let me take you out to lunch. Or, hey, let me order you lunch since we're quarantine and we're social distancing. So which one of those people are trying to find ways to put a smile on your face and you're not always just doing things for them? Because let me tell you, I was one of those people, and I found myself coming up short only because of the simple fact you cannot pour from a pitcher that's empty. What are you pouring to? Or let's look at the analogy this way. How can you continuously be there for others and your pitcher is full and they keep pouring on top of that? What it's going to do? It's going to overfill, right? So that means all that additive stuff is just going around you at this point, right? So that's typically how it is in life when you're carrying baggage from other people. And I think it's the fact that we always try to be there for others, or you think, okay, because I am here for this person, or because they did get to talk to me, that makes me a good person. No. Yeah, it may make you a good person in their mind, but what are you doing to yourself? What are you sacrificing for yourself? Where's your peace of mind? When you lay down at night, is your mind constantly running in fast forward speed? Then does everything seem like shambles? That means you have too much going on. You need to reevaluate. Another thing that is good to do, I listen to a motivational speaker almost every morning to start off my day. His name is Dave McGraw. And I listen to his words for encouragement. And he speaks about being thankful for everything in life. And I feel that once I was thankful for everything in life, I had more acceptance. I think when we're trying to succeed at something or accomplish something in our life, we find ourselves basically all over the place. So that, for example, you want to become a nurse, right? But you may like hanging out with your friends late night. You don't like studying, and you want to go turn up at the next function. But the problem is that, in order to become a nurse, it takes, dedication, self-discipline, because the information is a lot and you're dealing with people's lives. So you want to make sure you know what's going on. But you know you can't let your friends go because you've been with them since elementary or through high school and through college, and you feel like, oh, if I take a break from them, then I'm going to miss too much in life, when in reality you don't. But something within yourself is telling you that you will, right? So to make the situation 10 times worse, you're like, oh, well, if I stay in and study, or I don't go to this party, or this and that, you're everywhere. You're everywhere. Or you're trying to attend every single event and still trying to accomplish your classwork, and it's like you're lacking in your classwork, or you're not doing as great in clinicals, or you're constantly getting reprimanded or written up. It's a constant battle. You're doing too much. So you need to pick and choose the things that you want. And as I mentioned in 2 videos before this, planners come in handy. Mastering and really sitting down to rationalize what it is that you want to participate in is a ultimate sacrifice. You can't be everywhere at once. No matter how hard you try, it's impossible. So with that calendar that I brought to you guys in the last video, in there, jot down your daily tasks, jot down your daily to-do things. It helps. It's beneficial. Trust me, I'm living proof. This will also give you a clear picture of what you will have to do throughout the day, and it kind of keeps you in line. For me, I like to plan the night before. That's another thing that I learned from David McGraw. Planning the night before makes you well equipped and prepared to adjust to or be more flexible to change. Even though before I've always been good at organization skills, or having things prepared, I never took the time out to review my upcoming day the night before. I feel like since I've been doing that, I've been a lot more on top of things. I haven't forgotten about a lot of things. I follow up on things as I intend to, and it's always in the back of my mind. But along with that, being thankful for everything around you and preparing the night before, it's always, and when I say being thankful for everything around you, that means everything. So even if you got $5 in your pockets right now, you watching this video, be thankful for that, because guess what? There's someone out there in the world that's way worse off than you. And I don't say that to be insensitive. I say that because it's true. So you need to be thankful for that $5 in your pocket, because it's like, why wouldn't you be? Okay, yeah, it's not as much money as you would like it to be, but it's something. Now imagine if you had nothing, then what? Exactly. So it's being thankful for everything. If you only can see out of one eye, or you gotta wear glasses, or you walk with a limp, be thankful for that. Yeah, that may be your struggle and that may be your problem, which I'm not downplaying, but someone else's issue out there in the world, as I mentioned before, may be worse than yours. So you have to be thankful for those things. I was watching a stand-up comedian, and he brought up a good point. He said everyone goes to God with their problems, and they, disload them on him, right? And they walk away. But no one thinks about the fact that, he made this joke that, what if God tells everyone, okay, bring in your problems, right? Drop them off in front of me. And then he tells everyone else in the room, including you, now pick up those problems. And you go to pick up your problems, and when you go to pick up your problems, they're not there. Somebody else took them. And you thinking like, well, why would somebody else take my problems? Because you thought they were bad. But like I mentioned before, there's someone out there that's worse off than you. So now you got to deal with their problems, because that's what they left behind for you. So it's like those things that we stress about, or that we make bigger than what they may actually be, are all because of the way we've been molded to think in society. And we've grown up thinking that it was okay, or we've grown to think that this is the way of life and that's just how it has to be. but it's not. You know, once you acknowledge those things and you say, hey, you know what? I'm not good at reading, but I'm thankful that I have vision and am able to see letters to attempt to learn how to better my reading skills. Guess what? That's a form of thanks. Like, it doesn't have to be anything major here. But yeah, so be thankful for everything. Prepare the night before. And another good thing that also assists with changing your mindset is being positive. Don't be such a deadbeat downer. If someone says no, take that no. Use that no to help you to be better. Why? Because it's destined in life that you'll receive more no's than you will yes. And failure isn't bad. It's your attempt at succeeding. Like, I mean, how else can I state that? I think with society, we see failure and we say, oh no, it's a bad thing. No, it's not. Failure either helps you or it breaks you. It can help you by allowing you the opportunity to change what brought you to that failure and seeing what can you do differently about that so that you don't be back in that same spot. Or it can break you and you can allow that failure to basically define you. And it shouldn't. It shouldn't. It should be a motivating factor to you succeeding. So ultimately, today's video was speaking to you guys about things that wasn't so much just relating to nursing, but just about daily life tools to help you get a little bit ahead. Something that allows you to think and ponder on, not only for yourself, but the others around you. Because I think we get so caught up in our own problems or trying to save the world that we don't acknowledge we're human and we've done all that we can do at that point if you just feel like, you know, everything is against you. And I think that the lack of self praise, that's what I want to call it, a lack of self praise will ultimately have you in a whirlwind of stress and drama when life shouldn't be about that. Life should be about giving and acceptance and thanksgiving and succeeding. So I want to see all of you succeed. So my task for you is to write down a list of your pros and cons. Once you write down a list of your pros and cons and you have that list of cons, keep the pros because they're working, right? And they've shown to be beneficial. So keep the pros, push those to the side for now. That list of cons, I want you to review them. See which ones you can immediately eliminate from your life. See, and then after you can eliminate those from that list, see which ones you can improve on. So if that's complaining, see how you can help yourself be less of a complainer. When you go to complain about something, make it a positive. If you walk in a house and let's just say you were thirsty and you've been thinking about this grape soda all day while you were at work and you're like, yes, I'm about to go home and get a cup of grape soda. You get home and you open the refrigerator and the bottle of grape soda is gone. Instead of saying, who drank the last of the grape soda? Or where's my grape soda? Or I have to go buy another one. Or being upset, say, well, maybe it wasn't meant for me to drink grape soda today. Or you can say, oh, how about I drink this peach juice instead? Or, well, I'm sure someone enjoyed that grape soda because I would have, you know? But make it positive. Don't make it a negative or be upset about it. It's not worth it. It's really not. I'm telling you, it's so many other things in life to be focused on that being upset about something that small or just allowing that negative energy to ruin your day, it's not worth it. Why? Because you're worth more than that and you're special and you will reach that goal, whether it's becoming a nurse, whether it's becoming a doctor, whether it's becoming a singer. Whatever it is that you want to do or that you desire, you're able to. Trust me. You just have to change your mindset. Once you change your mindset, everything else will fall into place. So if that means in order for you to get up and listen to some motivational music in the morning, or read a scripture, or whatever will help you relax, do it. Wake up that 30 minutes earlier than your normal schedule. Play that soft tune music. Go into a quiet space, sit down, and reflect. Reflect on what it is that you want to do for the day. Reflect on where you want to be. I think when you have that image in your head, or you have that idea, it's easier to go throughout the day because you know the mindset and the frequency you want to stay in. So you'll stay in that lane. But if you don't do these things, how are you prepping your mind? Your mind is just constantly going. And when is it that it has that moment to stop and think about what's happening? It doesn't, because you don't. So please, if anyone else has anything that they feel is helpful, or they think of some good apps, or anything that's beneficial to help the next person, please drop it below in the comments. Share your thoughts, guys. I want to hear everything. If it's something that you want me to talk about, please email it to me. Please leave it in a comment below. Please send me a DM on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I post weekly. I do different things as far as nursing and motivational things to, help not only others but myself, to make me feel good about myself, to keep me on my toes, to awaken my mind. So I'm not asking you guys to do the things that I'm not doing. I'm also doing these things with you guys. I've done it, and I'm telling you that in order to succeed, or in order to accomplish your goals, the renewal of your mind is important. You cannot stay in the same mindset that you were when you failed the first time. You will not move forward. It's important to accept where you are and where you came from. Do not be ashamed of your past. Do not be ashamed of your present, because you cannot get to the future unless you acknowledge where you are now. So I'll see you next week, guys. Have a great week. And again, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And please stay in tune with me, because I'll be posting again. Bye, guys.